I'm actually really enjoying moving the cows every day. This weekend we were just really busy, and I think honeybee and grasshopper escaped. Ay, ay, ay. That's what I call a weekend move. I've been rotationally grazing the cows and I've been moving them every single day, but then the weekend happened and I got lazy and a lot of things popped up that I wasn't expecting, and I didn't move them all weekend. Look at the grass. You can see before the weekend we already grazed here, but we didn't overgraze here. And then right over the line where they were all weekend, it's like almost mowed. I'm kind of making a note. This is like right behind our house. And so we were here for 3 days. The cows usually graze heavy at the top of the hill, but they don't like grazing heavily on the hill unless they have to. There is still a good amount of stuff that they haven't eaten. A lot of Queen Anne's lace is still left. And but they did graze it pretty heavily, so it'll be interesting to see what happens here, having left them on there longer than we've been doing the rest of the hill. If in a month's time everything's grown back real good except for that spot, I'll know it was too long. If that spot does great, then maybe in the future I'll leave them a little bit longer. This is one of the things you learn kind of as you go when you're grazing on your land. And this morning though, I am definitely moving them, so let's do a cow move. Luna looks mad at me. She's like, why didn't you move us all weekend? I want good grass. I'm mad at you. I'm actually really enjoying moving the cows every day. This weekend we were just really busy, and I think honeybee and grasshopper escaped. Ay, ay, ay. Crisis averted. The cows are back inside of their paddock. That was funny. I was coming out to do my move. I hadn't moved them all weekend and they were done waiting. Honeybee and grasshopper were like, buddy, it's time. We want our fresh pasture. And so they freed themselves. I actually realized why they were able to get out too. So you can see on either side we have these lines going up. We're doing basically strip grazing down this hill. And the way it works is I have two heavy duty geared reels one on this side and one on that side that I hang on the high tensile electric. And the moment they get hung on that electric, they get electrified. As long as I hang them on a hot wire. Not all of our wires up there are hot. They go like every other wire. Some of them are not electrified. And I left this side, the side that keeps them away from the next day's pasture, I left that on a not hot wire, because as I'm working on the fence, I like to move it to the not hot wire, work the fence, do my moves, and then I at the end move it up and electrify it. I forgot to, and I went all weekend without moving the girls, and well, you could see how much they want fresh pasture. The two young ones, Honeybee and Grasshopper, were like, nope, we're done waiting. It's time to move. This pasture has been thoroughly eaten and trampled. We're going for fresh grass. Honestly, this is one of the reasons I like rotational grazing so much, is how happy it makes the cows. I love seeing them every morning right at that line, ready to move over. I go and I shimmy it over, and they like rush the fresh grass. They love it. It's the best quality. They can tell it's what's best for them. It's what they want. It's their candy. And it doesn't take a long time. You could see in today's move, and that was with having the cows escaped and kind of rushing out there and having to scramble a little bit. It takes me about 5 minutes to actually move the fence, and then, you know, doing the water, checking the minerals, everything else, probably another 5 minutes. So 10 minutes a day to get your cows on good fresh pasture. And there's a couple of reasons why it's so easy. First off, our cows are usually pretty respectful of the fence, unless they really want to get to fresh pasture apparently. One single strand should keep them in, and you could see, although they did escape this morning, they went like 2 feet over the line. They just wanted fresh grass. So having an animal that you only need one strand with, unlike our sheep and our pigs, that makes it very quick and easy. And then having geared reels, which can hang on your permanent perimeter high tensile fencing, that is a huge upgrade from what we were doing last year. In a future series, we're going to be covering our new fencing because it's been so awesome on this homestead. It's made our lives so much better. We can do so much more because we're not spending so much time every day fencing and moving animals and getting animals back in. Yeah, so we'll be doing a whole series covering like the rotational grazing, what we're doing, high tensile fencing, how it's working. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be really good. Now it's time to go do the rest of the barn chores. Let's go see the pigs and the goats and everything else in the barn. Piggies are waiting for me. They hear me doing the other chores and they start to come down. The girls are here, the boys aren't, which is really good because it means I can feed the girls without the boys trying to bust through the gate here. So this is what I do. Come on, piggy piggies! Come on, piggies! Come on, pigs! Now I gotta go get the boys their feed. I've got to figure out a new pig feeding system. These upright pig feeders are great for them. The buckets I'm using for the boars are not great. They keep knocking them over, so. And then you're wasting feed and all that stuff, so gotta do something better, especially because we're using a real fine pig feed right now. Our pig feed is super fine. It's easier for pigs to digest a very fine pig feed. One of the feed guys we used to buy feed from back in New York when we lived in Connecticut, they ground it up really fine because it was easier for pigs to absorb. And I saw the benefit of that when I brought the pigs to the butcher that year, having switched over to that feed. My pigs that year hanging weight, they were 100 pounds heavier. It's not often you get 100 pounds more on your animals. So yeah, fine pig feed, I was definitely convinced. However, your conversion rate's gonna be real bad if they're dumping fine feed into gravel like mine are. So what I gotta do is come up with some kind of trough system. I got some pipes I could cut in half and make into a trough. That way it doesn't get knocked over. Or just get a couple more of these pig feeders. Just gotta find some good quality ones. The stuff from Tractor Supply is all garbage. So that's where I got that one from, the broken one. Well, done with the chores for today. We're going to be increasing our vlogs. We've been mentioning this lately, and maybe you've noticed we're doing more vlogs lately. So let me know, comments below. What do you want covered? Put Ask Homesteady if you have some questions. Be happy to do a couple Ask Homesteady episodes as we increase. We're coming into a very busy season, lots of calving, lots of births, and lots of butchering. Some hunting is going to be happening soon. So yeah, lots going on. We're going to be covering a lot. If you want to know more, let us know what you want to know more about. Ask Homesteady with the hashtag, all one word. That way find it later. And if you got a good question or topic, we can cover it in a future video. A lot happening you're not going to want to miss. Thanks for watching.